So then, we're here, we're at Fall City, and we're going to be flying the T6 Texan, excuse me. And it's been a while since we've flown this, so it's going to be interesting. I could never fly it anyway, because that damn tail wheel and the tail whipping, but that's to do with landing, so we'll have fun landing. The weather's not fantastic, but it should be okay for today's flight. Alright, got some guy in his van doing some pickups, some deliveries there. Right, let's have a look at the fuel, just in case we need to load some. We will do full tanks, we don't need smoke. Oil cleaning kit we just had on, but we'll remove that. We've got oil and we've got hydro, that one. Oh, can change. Okay, right. Pretty good, pretty good. Right, let's go on board. Let's open this thing up. I can remember how you do it. There we go. I don't want it smoking. And whoops, to click that button. So I was just checking that we've got our GTN unit in there, which we have. Everything else looks good. Let's just double check my throttle, prop, and mixture, which is good. We'll set this to have the right tank at the minute. Flaps are up. Landing gears, that switch there. And that's the carb icing, I believe. I think that's it. That's the fuel gauge in the bottom corner at 70, so that's max, and that's the other one that's 70, so that's max. So that's good. We've got some air vents, which will just slightly open up a little bit. Okay. Right, we've got the control locks on, which I can't seem to see. Is that because I'm really far back? Is that my camera position that I've just moved? Okay. Where do you do the control locks again? I can't remember. I'm sure it's a little thing that goes around there. Anyway. Unless something's not quite right. Let me have a look at that. Yeah, there's a switch, but unfortunately, let's get rid of the wheel chocks and the tie downs. Pitot cover. We'll leave the smoke as is. Right. So what we'll do, we'll start it up, we'll get it warmed, and then we'll check the runway heading, and we'll do that. So that'll be good. Right then. Can't remember in this one with that's lean, so you definitely want the mixture to be rich. We'll crack the throttle. You don't want the prop just yet. And this is the one where you have to turn the prop a few times. Right. Yo Ian, how you doing, mate? So battery on. We'll need a couple of lights on. That'll do for now. That'll do for now. We've set the fuel. Right, so we have to prime it. Select that to both. Okay. farm it a few times. Say like 4. Right. And then I think there's a pedal to start. Actually, I'm doing this wrong. Right. Because we need to. Do you know what? That happened to me on the last stream. I must have a button somewhere. What happens when I press little nav map? Nope. I've got a button set somewhere where it's doing something, and it's muting my mic and turning off my webcam. Normally it's when I click a, but I don't think I clicked that. Anyway, we are heading down. So I think this is a good way. I'm just going to have a little look at the performance of this. So cruise is 24, roughly 24 manifold pressure, which we're actually on, and let's just trim down just so we can. And funny enough, the the RPM's just right as well, so perfect. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. It is weird. I normally notice it. That's the annoying thing. I normally notice it and think, oh, sugar, you know. I want to get my little my green shot out. I'm gonna take a few pics. Let's have a picture. Let's have a picture. When I posted it on Twitter, I was like I was going to post a picture with the actual Twitter post, but I couldn't find a picture of my T6 anywhere, so I just left it in the end. So we're going about 150 miles per hour actually. So what's 150 miles per hour? Let me have a look at that. Let's try something else. I want to have a look at what's 150 miles per hour in knots, because $130 knots. Yeah. Okay, so that's not too bad. We're still dropping out of the sky at the minute. So how are you, Ian? I did say that, I don't know if you caught me, but he says, how are you tonight? And I started jabbering on, but yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying taking the T6 out, just chilling. Yeah. So I'm just going to lean the mixture just a touch. Get that cylinder head temperature up a little bit. But yeah, I'm good. We had a. It's quite funny because I've got a barbecue, and like tonight we was having burgers. I said to my wife, I said, "Oh, should I stick it on the barbecue?" And she went, "Yeah." So I ended up sticking it on the barbecue. So I cooked the burgers on the barbecue, and then. Oh, that would make a good shot, but my prop's not loaded in. Come on! I don't know what it does that. Capture last region. Oh, I missed it. Ah, nice. Just have a quick drink while I'm in that view. Now I'm hoping at Darrington hoping at Darrington that the weather's just like this. I don't mind it if it's just below 1,500. But yeah, funny thing is, I think Darrington could be there. What views have we got set up? No, it's a bit further up. I should have put Arlington actually. Jiu-Jitsu in Southampton, no audience. I thought, do you know what? For a second there, Ian, I thought you was going to do Jiu-Jitsu. I was like, oh, fair play. No audience. Wow, that's going to be weird. That's going to be like a sparring session in like the gym. Because I used to do Muay Thai boxing. I don't know how you pronounce it. Muay Thai, many years ago, and and yeah, that would be so weird. Right, it's official. I like my T6, but I like my what you call it, my Spitfire more. How bad's that? So we're still heading down, and just have a quick look. Yeah, so good. We're good. So let's have a look at the tanks. So we're down to 60 on that one. So I think it probably is worth. I always do it the wrong way, which I just did. Let's get the 60 down to this one. Premier League, no supporters. Wow, is that definitely going ahead? Jesus, that is nuts. That is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I forgot that this one's got autopilot, but I never use it. I think I used it once and never used it again. Right, so let's get our bearings a little bit. I'm tempted. Actually, I'm going to, right? I'm just going to look at my graphics for 2 seconds, because I kind of want... I might put this down to normal. Let's do that one. Apologies on this one. So I've been meaning to update that, and I completely forgot this morning. I forgot this morning when I set up the stream, and I was like, I just want to try it with just a few less buildings. I might do a few less trees, but I don't know yet. I don't know. I can't believe that. Imagine playing a game of football in a stadium with no crowd. That's just nuts. That is mental. Come on, P3D. Oh, should be back in a minute. Let's just do the old switcheroony that I normally do. Yeah, that's better actually. I prefer that. It's a bit more fluid. It's a bit more smooth. Not that I need to. I think at the moment my CPU for P3D, my CPU is the bottleneck, and I'm not planning on changing that just yet. So it's sounding good. Everything's in the green. It's not sounding rough, but yeah. So just had a bit of a weather update, and the weather, we've got some overcast, which is pretty much what we're kind of underneath at the moment. Visibility is still good, but we have got some light rain coming in, so we'll expect some light rain soon. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I just want to look at something as well. Apologies on this. I just want to have a look at something. Right. I've never tried this because I always have it off. Now I never have my frames on unlimited, right, because it causes the ground texture to be blurry. But yeah, we're not doing too bad on the old frames there. I think I would like more buildings, but it's more scattering, so if you look over there, there's quite a few buildings there, and the trees, the areas where I fly, it's all still trees. So yeah, let's try and see version 4. I'm now on version 5. Drop their last aircraft. Oh, I was completely thinking to myself like they weren't going to be compatible for their last aircraft. I was like, oh, why would they do that? But I know what you mean now. They actually released all their aircraft. Yeah. I am tempted to get version 5. Is there a discount for? Is there a discount for previous owners, or is it all brand new still? And I'd be interested to see whether Rex Environment Force and Rex Skyforce are compatible. That would be interesting, because I use those and Chase Plane. So here's the rain that we was talking about. Not good. Let's have a look at the weather over in Darrington. So we've got some light rain, overcast at 3,000 feet. Variable wind at 8 knots, which isn't too bad. So actually, Darrington is looking pretty damn good if we're going that way. No discount. Okay, fair enough. Right, so the Vex products is what I wanna really wait for then. That's something that I really want. Let me just flick my options back to what they were, because whoops, I didn't mean to press that one. I meant that one. And display. I want maybe that to be. Maybe do that. Oh, apologies again. My bad. My bad. So I've had some issues with my Orbex, and funny enough, I had to reinstall all of it all over again, which was a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, so Active Sky is updated as well, is it? I might have a look. I might have a look. Oh, sand. You've got sand, you've just not got the window yet. Here we go. There we go. Right. So I've locked it back to 30. Turn the buildings up again. I've got VSync on. It's okay. But it's weird because if I let me just change that again. My apologies, people. My apologies. Let me just get it back down to say. Let's try 60. I just want to try it. I just want to try this. It won't ever get to 60, but I just don't want it to be stuttering all over the shop, which it isn't at the minute. It really isn't. So yeah, so we're going over Arlington Municipal at the moment, and funny enough, I know where we are now. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the little nav map, but pretty much without even looking at the little nav map, if I look over there, look over there, there's like a big hill. And I've done this trip so many times, from Arlington to Darrington and Darrington to Arlington, and I normally go over that hill. Now we're losing manifold pressure, so we need to put the old carb heat on. I hope that is carb heat because we're losing. Yeah, it is. Right, so we go over that hill, and we can pretty much follow the valley all the way down there, until we get to the end, and then you can't miss Darrington. So yeah, right then. Let's get that speed up again. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this like this for now. Actually, it's actually quite smooth. It feels good. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. It feels really smooth. Considering I've got all the rain and everything, because for some reason when I lock it at 30 or 31, it was dropping down to like say 28, 25. But yeah, if I have a target of 60, I'm getting on average 35. It's jumping up and down as it always does in Fleet. Yeah. Let's have a look. I'm just going to open up then. Sorry if this stutters, but I'm going to have a look at P3D V5. On the store. So academic license is $60. Okay. So $60. We're going the wrong way. We've got to be going over there, and that's probably fuel. So we still on the 70 on that one, near enough 65, and we're on the 60s there, so that's because of the fuel. And maybe a bit of wind, but yeah, I've got to say I like the Texan, but I love my Spitfire now. I just love it. What's version 5 like for crashing, Ian? Because I've heard that it crashes quite a bit, and obviously I don't want to be on the stream and for it to be crashing all the time, but I'm just curious. The interesting thing is, I'd like to add. I need to put an can't put a note in the phone. Let me just open up Notepad because I've got something that I want to do. So I don't need to do that. It's been a good flight. I mean, it's a shame it's raining, but good. The overcast is layer is high, so we're just cruising at like 2,000, between 1.5 and 2,000 feet. So we're completely missing that, which is good. We've got to be a bit careful just down here. Yeah, so let's have a look at the pressure altimeter at Darrington, which is 30.21. So we'll set that because it's a little bit more accurate, only a tiny bit, obviously. The compass, we are still heading in the right direction, so that's good as well. Yeah, I love the Spitfire. It's nice and fast. This is good for low and slow stuff, but then if I wanted to do a bit of low and slow, I'd go into the 172. I think. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but yeah, it's all about the Spitfire for the Warbird, and all the GA stuff. I'd go GA, you know. This was actually my first. It was one of my that pattern was one of my first chrome repaints on a Warbird. I did a chrome repaint on the 172 once upon a time. Oh, I thought I was going to crash then. It froze on my machine. Right then, so let's have a look let's get back on board. So we're just at 2,000 feet now, so we'll keep it at around about 2,000 feet. In the distance, you'll see the valley. In the middle of the valley, you'll see a mountain just coming off the left, on the right hand side. Sorry. That I believe is where Darrington is. The runway now. I don't actually know what the runway is. I'm sure it's 10 and something else. Let me just have a look. So the runway is 093 and 273. So that's funny. I thought it was 10. Anyway, so the winds at Darrington we've probably not got there yet, but we'll have a look. It's changed. It's actually gusting winds now, but 225 to 343, but the official reading is 284. So 28. So we're going to be landing on runway 27, and that's going to be dead interesting. So 27 is the one coming behind us, and in this plane it is going to be almost impossible to do that. We're going to have a look at this. This is going to be interesting. So I'm going to do a right downwind leg. We're going to join on right downwind, and then we're going to slow it right down. I don't know why the plane's so slow. Oh, right. Now that we've had that on for a bit, maybe that could be the reason why. But I don't know why the plane's so slow. I haven't got flaps down, have I, by accident? Everything's set up. It's 130 miles an hour. I say it's slow, but it's not really slow. So Ian, does it crash often? Version 5. Ah, here we go. It can be a bit temperamental. Okay. Yeah, I'm tempted to. I am tempted because I want to wait until FS 2020. To be fair, but then on the other hand, you know, if there's a little bit of a performance boost, version 5, I don't mind doing a complete reinstall. Because I've installed all my Orbex scenery outside of the P3D folder, in theory that should just pick that up, in theory, but we all know what that means. Yeah, it is going to be some time, but I don't want to invest in something that's that, you know, it's going to be quite short-lived, or I can't see it being short-lived, to be fair, because I've got all my A2A planes and stuff, and you know, A2A probably. Oh, 1 minute. Carpet. Jeez, it's proper killing me, this rain. Proper killing me. It slowed me down though, which is cool, but I didn't want to slow down. So right over there, just in the middle of where I'm looking right now, you can see the runway, just in front of that big mountain. And what we're going to do is we're going to head towards the left of that. And we're gonna basically slow right down. I think this thing has only got no, it's got more than one notch. I think it's got Has he got more than one notch of flaps? I cannot remember for the life of me on this one. Anyway, so mixture is going to go full now because we're quite low. It should have been full anyway, but I like to lean it. We're going to go down quite low because we're going to want to touch down. Let's just reduce the manifold pressure slightly. Start our descent a little bit. This is going to be interesting. So that over there is actually Darrington. That's Darrington. There's the old wood sawmill there. I like to normally approach this coming in on the other way, but for today I'm going to do something a bit challenging and go try and head in on the other side, from the other side of the runway. I've done it in other planes, just not this one. Yo Rob, hope you're well mate, hope you're well. In the old T6, in the Texan. Just about to go into Darrington. Slowing it right down now. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the gears. And then we've gone flaps, which we'll do the middle flaps. And this is where it gets interesting because I've not flown this for a long time. And Darrington coming in from this side isn't exactly easy. Right, props going full, mixture full. And we've just got to keep this nice and level. Oh my god. I'm going to float this one in a little bit. It's too very high, but coming in strong, boys. But oh, we're bouncing, but we're good. I cannot believe we're kind of half on the grass, but that's okay. Let's put them brakes on a little bit just to. We're going to shoot. Damn you! I knew that was going to happen. Tail whip it. Whoa, surely. There we go. I didn't think we were going to slow that down, but we got there. we just missed the trees, but that's all right. We'll leave that down there like that. It's a shame, really, because if I'd come in from the other way, I would have landed that perfect, but. I wanted the challenge of just being that little bit. You have to be a little bit too high, and as I say, in other planes it's good. It's fine. You can kind of float it down, but in this one, there's just none of that. Right, so let's park this thing. Let's park it up. I think I missed my turning, but we'll just skip over the grass. Oh no, I didn't miss the turn. But what I will do. Donut time. Right, there we go. We're gonna dump it there because that's where we want to dump it. Parking brake needs to go on. I think. Why does it do that all the time? Does that all the time? Is that because I have to do something before I do that? What? Why is it not wanting to put the parking brake on? Uh-oh. I'm forgetting that I'm rolling. That's not good, is it? There was a knack to that, I'm sure there was. as soon as I move my pedals now, that there. Has that done that now? Oh, that's done that now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I press the brakes and then I pull the handle, but then when I take my feet off the brakes, it was releasing the releasing the parking brake. Right, so avionics off. We can turn strobes and landing lights off now. Then we can put carb heat on that. We can pitot heat off. Turn all these lights off. Okie dokie. And flaps needs. Oh, it's only half flaps as well, which that's probably why I didn't slow down enough. Oh man, damn it. Oh well, things go. That happens, doesn't it? Right, so can't remember whether this plane you need to shut it down. Prop fully decrease, so fully decrease the prop, and then mixture off. Oh yeah, so it is mixture still, so that's good. There we go, so that's going to slowly come to a halt. We can do magnetos off, and then the battery can go off. Fuel off, everything is off. Let's just make sure the vents are closed. Control locks. There we go, control locks are on. Right, so now we can go the old pitot cover, oil cleaning kit, tie downs, wheel chocks. And we didn't use a lot of we didn't use petrol. We didn't use a lot of fuel really, so that's quite good. So there we go. This is Darrington. Gotta love Darrington. So yeah, so that was a good flight, nice and short. The weather was pants, but it wasn't completely pea soup. So this is real world weather at the minute, and to be honest, it's not too bad. I mean, if we, you know, it's got like almost a 3,000 feet overcast layer, but yeah. I love Darrington. Darrington's one of the first add-ons I ever bought, and I love it. It's one of my favourites. It's small, it's nice, it's got that massive mountain that just gets completely in the way. It's got some helipads actually over in the town that I've never used. I could actually load up a helicopter one day, but I'm not into them. Anyway, so I've got 6 viewers. I could probably do another flight. I know what I could probably do. Let's do. I could go to concrete because that's just round the corner. It's not too far. I don't want to do it in this plane though. That's the thing, and I'm worried that if I change the plane, let's just do it. If I change the plane, then do it in my Spitfire. Do you know what? That's not a bad call, is it? Let's do it in the Spitfire. Let's load that bad boy up. Right. I'm just gonna tweak this slightly. Here it is. Here's my baby. Yo, Phil. I've just been doing a flight in the T6, and now I'm in the. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a little flight in the Spitfire. So yeah, let's get this going then. So we want to make sure that we've got fuel and everything loaded in, which we have. We just haven't got any air, which will fill. There we go. So that'll come in nicely. Fuel pumps on. Magneto's on. Generator on. We'll load it with a cartridge. We will put the throttle at cracked. And yep, we'll prime it. And then we should be able to crank it. Come on. There we go, just mixture it a little bit, prime it a bit more. Proper bumpy until it finds its way, but once it starts to load up, once it starts to warm up, it settles down quite a lot. Right, so now we've just got to let this settle. Altimeter 30.21. Can't see the bloody altimeter here. I can't see it. I'm just gonna do a little bit of cheaty. Okay, so propeller up full. Okay. Just check the controls. Can't see around the back. Yeah, they're good. Right. So we'll let the temperature. We've got oil pressure and we've got oil temperature going up. The oil temperature has gone above 15, so we could probably start taxiing. And then we'll let the radiator warm up on the taxi. Really, I think that should be okay. Fortunately, I don't know where. Does this have like a defog feature? Because I'm sure it did. Right. Put my landing lights on. Landing lamps down. So we got the landing light. Rob, you should know this. Where is there a demister? Top right. No wheel. Oh no, not that. That's a bloody. That's that. I don't know what that's doing that for. What is there a wheel? Oh man. Where are you on about? Above the RPM. Yep. Oh, that there. Jesus, I've never known that. Oh, look at that. I've never known that in the whole time that I've flown this plane. I've always had to open the bloody window. Well, we better get going because the oil temperature's boiling up. Right, so parking brakes off. Ah, yeah, this feels so much better. Whoa, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I got a bit carried away there because I was quite used to the old T6. Well, we're going to take off on that runway that we just landed, as long as we can get down there in time, which I'm not sure we will. We might have to shut down and let this bad boy cool down a touch. This is Darrington. Love Darrington. We should be okay to take off, and once we take off, we'll cool that down, because the airflow going into the radiator opening, and the gears will be up, which will be letting the air flow straight on in. Right, let's just start slowing this down a touch because we're going to want to be going around that corner, and we don't want to be tipping them wings, which is really difficult to do actually in this. So especially here, because that's quite a sharp turn. So right, let's just slowly start our turn. By 28, but the bloody weather. I'm gonna have to try and remember that little knob thing that you just showed me, Rob. Right then. So, prop full. Everything's good. Let's just take off. I can stay on the runway. And up and away, so we can get the old gears up. Try not to hit any trees. Boost up to say 4. Anywhere around there. Let's move the RPM back a little bit. Back to say 2.7 or 2.8. We actually want to lift up the... Uh-oh. I can't look down and fly the plane at this altitude. There we go. That's better. Right, so check the wheel indicators, and they're fully hidden away, so got a bit of black texture. Look at that. Crap, isn't it? Right, so we're not gonna go high because I've got my flaps down. Why are my flaps down? I wonder why I had to be trimming up. And it wasn't picking up any speed or anything. That was really annoying. I've got my flaps down. I've fully trimmed up as well. Like, I'm trying to trim down now. Just trying to counteract it. Come on, get trimmed. There we go. That's better now. There we go. So we're that's much better. I must have loaded the when you load from one A2A plane to another, it kind of does some funny stuff. So, UKJim, hope you're well, mate. So we actually want to head, I think it's that way, so head that way. So this is more like it, look. So we're going 200 miles an hour, which is bandabidozy. We're approximately 2,500 feet now. As I say, this will be a short flight in the Spitfire. I've just done a flight in the Texan, in the T6. So if you want to catch up on that, you can, feel free. It's a lot slower than this, but yeah, go and just follow the go on YouTube, and my previous streams will be on my YouTube channel if you're watching from YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, they will be held on Twitch for, I think it's 2 weeks. So I'm just going to drop the boost level a little bit and drop the RPMs slightly, just because we don't need to get so fast. And yeah. I can't remember. I should really. I've got the manual for this. Cruise is 18 minimum, so yeah. So you could go like 22 or 23. That'll keep things nice and cool as well. The radiator needed to be on red, but we're going to be landing soon anyway, so that doesn't make much difference. We'd normally lean the mixture as well, so just to save on fuel. There we go, winning. Right, so we're not too far now from concrete. I've never landed the Spitfire in concrete. This thing doesn't like to slow down, so what we are going to do is we're going to slowly just increase the RPM a little bit, drop the boost so we can slow down. Keep the boost to a minimum, because we need to slow down below 160 to get the gears down, which will slow us down even more, but we only want to put the gears down at the last minute. So if you can see this river that's going round, you can kind of see it catch up over the side there, and concrete is in between that big hill over there and the other big hill. You can kind of see like a dark patch. That's actually where concrete is, so yeah. Right, my RPM's going to go full. Everything else is good. I'm not sure whether I meant to open my radiator fully on approach. Can't remember. So I'm going to leave it. For now. Right, we're down to 160, so this means we can drop the gears. So we're going to drop them bad boy gears. They take a while to get out. As you can see, just over there, that's where we're kind of heading. Now we've got the gears down, should be dropping speed a little bit, not too much. You can see the runway in sight. The weather's just updating, so a bit of a frame drop, but it's alright. So gears are down. What we'll do, we'll keep a bit of RPM in. This might be too short of a runway for this plane, but we'll definitely give it a whirl. Right. Radiator temperature and oil temperatures are not too bad actually, so that's good. Flaps down on 140, I think, so we're way below 140. So we'll put flaps down now, real low. That's going to lower us down to 100 miles an hour. I can't remember what the landing speed is for this, but it just feels like we're falling out of the sky at 100 miles an hour. So maybe it needs to be a little bit higher, but we can feel it. Yeah, we're a little bit too slow at the minute. And a little bit too low, so but at least we're going to get onto the runway. Let's just keep that high up for a minute. There we go. There we go. Flaps up, and what we'll do, we'll put on the brakes a little bit. Just I don't really fancy taxiing all the way around there, and we need to go over there. So we're kind of almost on the way. Oh, that bloody wing is gonna hit it again. No, not. We're okay. Right, so that was good. Park up just down here. This is where the Spitfire's a bit dodge when it's trying to taxi. It's got like a wide wingspan, and it's got only a really narrow. It's got the narrow undercarriage, so it likes to tilt like that. And it also, you need to use like your differential braking because. That'll do. We'll park it there. Right, so let's put the parking brake on. We'll cut the fuel. We'll raise the RPMs up to 2,000. We'll cut the fuel off, and then we'll let that burn the fuel away. And then we'll pull the cut-off switches, which is just down next to the primer switch. So when it starts getting rough, like now, you basically pull that switch and that does the cut off, and then we can cut the engine off. Ta-da! There we go. Right. Then we can start turning things off. So we can turn off the magnetos. The fuel pumps are off already. Prop back, everything else is off. We can shut the little thing that Rob taught me. That is so cool. I'm happy about that. Thanks, Rob. I normally take off with the canopy open, and then once I'm in the air, I shut the canopy, and then that seems to be okay. But having that's handy. I'm really happy about that. Right, so that's the Spitfire, people. So wheel chocks. I don't think I'd do anything else on the Spitfire. The radiator flaps actually they're not in the right position. So we'll just actually they shut the I think they shut the radiator when it's fully cooled down, but yeah, so there we go. That's and this is concrete, so this is also another neat little town. If I can get my cameras to work. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong button. That would help. So we've got like all the hangars and stuff, which is pretty cool. And then you've got like this massive. I think it could be like looks like a school or something. School buses and things. You got like a baseball pitch. We've got the town, and we've got the old concrete, whatever that is, the weird building. In the distance, you've got a dam, just where you can kind of see that water spouting up. I don't know what that is, but there's like a dam over there. So I always do like regular short hops between Darrington and Concrete because, well, they're both really good GA airports. So yeah. Anyway, so if you like what you've seen, drop a follow. If you're catching up, thanks for the catch up. And it's time for me to drop off now. So yep. Cheers all. Thanks everyone who's joined. I'll catch you on my Discord and on the next stream. Cheers all. See you in a bit.